What is up? Welcome back to Great Lakes Garage. It's Thursday night for a few more minutes here. It's 11:43 p.m. Working on the k20 square body. So we got a couple of updates. Made some good progress on this thing. Still haven't done any work towards getting the motor out. It's still in there. Yeah. Got some new wheels and tires here, and we got some framework to show you. So here we go. We'll start up in the front here with this obvious thing here. So these are our new wheels and tires. These are ion alloy wheels. Bullet holes, 8-bolt for the k20 here. They're 17-inch by 9-inch with a 0 millimeter offset. And then we got the BF Goodrich KO2s. They're 315/70/17s, so they're not 35 inches, they're 34.6 by 12.4 inches wide. So not true 35 1250s, but they're $100 cheaper than 35 1250s, so we went with that instead. So we got those on all four corners now. Engine is missed a carburetor. It's got the lift plate on it, and the spark plug wires are off, but everything else is still attached. We did come to the decision that we are going to, let me zoom out a second. We're gonna take the cab off and fix the floor pans. We're already this far in, we might as well, so we're gonna take front fenders off, whatever else we need to take off the front. I've never pulled a cab on a square body before, we'll figure it out. Whatever we have to do, what we're gonna do so that we can pull this cab. I've seen it done with a cherry picker and a board. So you take the doors off and you slide it under the cab here and put the 4x4 across the roof and pick it up in the center with the cherry picker. I think we're gonna give that a try and see how it goes. Yeah, so that's the plan for that. Obviously we got some frame carnage here. This is, look at this. This was just, there's a plate on the back side of this that somebody put in here, okay? And it was just all gone here. The plate was the only thing holding this section together. This was still attached, the bottom was not. And then I did this at one point because the frame started to split and it had cracked all the way up to here across the bottom. So I just boogered some weld on there just to hold it together. But yeah, this thing was in real bad shape. So that's this section here, and this isn't attached yet. So there's my frame, Bluetooth frame, yay. I did keep, let me see a second. I kept some of that plate here. It's loose right now, it's held in by these bolts. I'm gonna unbolt it, clean it all up, clean up the back side of the C channel here, spray it with some primer, bolt it back together, and then put this piece in, weld it all up, get it all painted nice. Big struggle is going to be making sure that everything lines up between the frame rails. I don't want to get this all back together and have my axle sitting, let me demonstrate. Instead of pointing straight, if I do this wrong, I could have my wheels pointed this way or this way. That's over exaggeration, but that's called your thrust angle. It's pretty unadjustable when you have a leaf spring vehicle. So if I mess up this frame, it could be really off. We'll find out. We'll see how good I am with the eyeball and the tape measure. Yeah. So we got the center cross member cut out. Mostly I got a little bit to clean up right there. In the back, we have both rear portions of the frame on now. Oops. Tripping over my exhaust here. We're not reusing this, by the way. So yeah, we got both hunks of the rear frame on, welded in nice. I do got to weld the underside right in front on both of these yet, but they're welded top, outside, along this side here, down the inside, and along this back side here. And then we got our spare tire cross member and spare tire cross member support. I think that's what those are called. It could be that or flip-flopped. Those just bolt in But yeah, so it's starting to look like a truck frame again, which is awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But progress is going slow. A lot of grinding, cutting, measuring, cutting, planning on what I'm gonna do, cutting. Yeah, so it's been loud and messy in here. So, but great progress. I think these wheels and tires look awesome on this thing. I think it's gonna look really good when I get it all back together. It's not gonna get body work done right away. We're just trying to do like the bones of the thing, right? So we're doing the frame. So we're gonna get the frame all cleaned up. When we're taking the cab off, we're gonna scrub the whole thing down with the wire wheel, get all the rust out of it, shine it up whatever we can, clean it up, paint it, rust proof it to the best of our ability, put everything back on there, and then do things like, whoops, there goes my grinder, poor thing. I'm putting in a lot of work. Do things like this door panel patch. I can do that when the bed's back on after everything's been fixed. And like on my bed, I've got a couple of spots over the wheel arches that need to be replaced. I think I'm gonna end up doing whole bed sides, but I can do that after the box is back on, pretty sure. Need to do a little bit of work on the tailgate on the bottom. It's getting a little rusty. This is not the tailgate that goes, I think, with this model year of pickup, but it does fit and it's gonna work because it's what I got. So anywho, that's the update on this thing. Haven't done anything really on the Firebird. Hold on a second. I got a couple of adapter fittings here for the 1/4" MPT to 3/8 hose barb, so we can do our nylon cooler lines. Yes, they're very short. I'm gonna put in here I'll show you. Something like this guy. Okay, double-ended hose barb. These are not as pictured. I will not be using these, I don't think. I thought that this had the rounded tip to it and not the triple hose barb, so that it would be more of a quicker disconnect. I also thought that I was hoping, I didn't truly think, but I was hoping that this fitting hole would be deep enough that I could get my temperature sensor in there, but it's rather long, so I'm gonna have to figure out something else for that. There is a port right here on these transmissions, and that is a pressure test port. You can thread this sensor in there. I've previously had it in there. The problem is, in order to get it to not leak, you have to thread it in so far that it bottoms the sensor out, and then it ends up mushrooming the tip of the sensor just a little bit, and after time it'll form a crack and start leaking transmission fluid out through the sensor. So that's not ideal, and I'd rather have it in the line going to the cooler rather than at the pressure test port. I'd also like to I have a line pressure gauge in the car that I want to maintain on this, so I need that port for that. Yeah, I'm not really sure what we're gonna do, but we're gonna have to figure something else out for the cooler lines before we can put this thing back in the car. But that's the update on that thing. Yeah, it's been rainy here in West Michigan. Been a lot of flooding, a lot of lightning, a lot of thunder. Yeah, been pretty crazy, but we're getting it done here, and we're gonna keep pushing, making good progress. Maybe some tomorrow night. I'm sorry, I'm screwing with my punching bag. Maybe tomorrow night we can get some work done on pulling the motor. I'm trying not to stay up too late. I got Bible study on Saturday morning, so we'll see. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching.